What would have happened that night if I wouldn't have pulled up?
I probably would have went to the hotel and smoked with dude.
And what do you think would have happened?
I have no idea.
What if he would have had another guy or two in there waiting, and they would have just held you down and taken advantage of you? How do you think that would have felt?
It would have felt like my soul was being taken out of my body.
I don't think that was your house, because it was somewhere in Rex, Georgia.
Yes.
It was somewhere in Rex, Georgia, and you said that there was some guys living there.
Yes, it was my home. It was just too many penises.
So, what? Okay, so what?
I
Explain.
called my dad, and my dad was like, you ain't finna stay there. There's too many guys up in there. So he was like, get your ass out that house. And that's what I did.
Why were you in there with all those guys in the first place?
I am...
What's up, YouTube? I have the best trainer in Atlanta and possibly the world. Hit him up on Instagram, @KatyWithTheMuscle. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews. Out here with the update.
Hello.
So guys, this is the update y'all been waiting for right here. So how are you doing today? Summer, I know your name now.
I'm doing well. Way better than I did last time we spoke.
Yes. I mean, so okay, let's just jump right in, right? Let's not waste no time. What the heck was going on last time? Why were you even out there?
Mentally, I was going through a situation where you kind of go through these things called a dark night, where it comes out of your spirit. Like, things are pouring out of your spirit where you kind of don't even think about it. Like, have you ever had like a word vomit, or have you heard of word vomit?
You know, I understand what you're saying. So you don't have to over explain. I get it. And so, okay, so, you know, a lot of people are speculating that you was having a psychosis episode.
Yes. To me, psychosis is like something labelized like doctors. I don't really believe in the doctrine of schizophrenia, bipolar.
Right, like labeling it, putting it in the box type
I
deal.
was simply just in a situation where I was confused and I really just didn't know what to do.
Did you see the video?
Yes. I saw the video. My whole family saw the video.
Okay, so first of all, what were your thoughts and reactions when you saw the video?
I would say people misjudged it. Like, people misjudged the situation, like, on what was going on. Like, they were speaking on my little sister, like, in the comments saying, like, it wasn't my little sister and stuff like that. Like, they were coming.
So that was your sister that had made that? Okay.
It was my little sister. My whole family seen the video. I have a loving family, a supporting family. I just want to let everybody know.
What did they think of when they saw that?
I guess everybody thought I was just like this homeless, pretty woman that didn't have nowhere to go. So. And
so, do you remember the dude that you was out there with?
Yes, vaguely I do remember, because I was on a mental journey. It was just my own mental journey.
Okay, because I mean, do you remember like what he looked like and everything?
He was short. He had a bonnet on his head.
Yes, he had a bonnet.
He looked a little bit like Tupac.
Okay, so let me say this, right? This is so weird. My life is so random with this channel sometimes, right? Because I hadn't heard from either one of y'all, hadn't seen or heard from either one of y'all since that day, right? Since that night, basically. And I literally ran into that guy on Friday when I was taking my daughter to the sneaker ball. She's in middle school. She had a sneaker ball. They saw the picture on my channel. Long story short, I was taking her to the sneaker ball and she had to get her makeup done. And so I stopped at South DeKalb Mall, and while she was getting her makeup done, I said, you know what? Let me pop out and see what's going on. As soon as I pop out, I ran into him. I was like, hey man, you want to do the interview? And so I just interviewed him on Friday, and then you just hit me up in the DM after I DM'd you like 2 months ago.
It's law of attraction. Law of manifestation.
So crazy. It's so crazy.
When you speak on something, it happens.
Man, it's bananas. So, okay, so the long and short of it is that
I found my way home. I end up, I believe, riding off. And
do you remember what happened?
We went to Atlanta, and after that, it's kind of.
So the long and short of it is that we took you home. You acted like you was kind of scared when you had got to the house. I don't think that was your house though.
No.
I don't think that was your house because it was somewhere in Rex, Georgia.
Yes.
It was somewhere in Rex, Georgia, and you said that there was some guys living there.
Yes, it was my home. It was just too many penises.
So, what? Okay, so what?
I
Explain.
called my dad, and my dad was like, you ain't finna stay there. There's too many guys up in there. So he was like, get your ass out that house. And that's what I did.
Why were you in there with all those guys in the first place?
I am under a veteran. So they got the house for me. And I guess when I was talking to you in the interview, I got kind of confused because I had a home, but it was a new home. I was just coming out of the hospital, so it was kind of like fresh, the mental hospital.
Okay.
And yeah.
So, but why were guys there? It was
they
your
live
home,
there.
right? Okay, so it was like a rooming home.
Mhm.
Okay, I get it. So you was, okay. So you was in a rooming home. You had just got out of the mental. So was it Georgia Regional that you had just got out of? Over there off of Panthersville? Is that why you was over there?
It was.
That makes sense if that's the case.
It was the Atlanta VA.
Atlanta VA?
Yes.
Huh. Okay. So how long have we had these mental illnesses kind of going on?
I've been having this ever since I was younger. The doctors were telling me that it usually stems like from 18, 19 and up. Even as little kids, you can have schizophrenia. In my case, my mom is schizophrenic and my dad is bipolar diagnosed. But me, myself, I don't believe in that type of stuff.
Okay.
I believe I have a special gift, and the way I view the world, I feel like nobody can tell me how I view things.
So now, I get it, right? But how much of that is just pretty privilege and people just not being able to tell you the truth because they defer to your beauty, and so they don't want to upset you and things like that, right? But I don't operate that way, right? So I hear what you're saying, and I actually understand what you're saying, right? No need to label everything because things are all shades of gray, right? So there's no need to label it this shade or that shade. But the bottom line is that though you was having a mental episode, and so you've been having that since you say about your teenage years. Is that what you said?
I want to speak on two things that you said. Like as far as pretty privilege,
yes.
I'm confident, so you have to stand on being pretty in this
I
life.
get it, but it's
a lot of women will knock you down just because you are pretty.
Well,
and you
okay,
have to be able to be strong and surpass those tests in order to uplift yourself in any situation.
Well, and I get it, right? But if I had to give you a choice of, hey, you could look like you, or you could look like whatever this ugly girl that
who's gonna change what they want to look like?
Okay. So my point is this: you wouldn't trade with a girl that wasn't as pretty, or
I wouldn't
that was
trade with anybody. I will always want to be myself.
I get it. Okay. So yeah, because a lot of people that went to your high school and things like that, they saw the video and they were commenting. They was like, "Man, I can't believe this. What happened? This, that, and the third." What's your response to them?
I want to say I love everybody, like Aaron, Kiana, my sisters, my dad, like everybody that hit me up, like the fans, they were in my DMs saying, do you need anything? I got a lot of support. Like a lot of people, I needed that support. Like a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while, they hit me up and I was just so happy because it was like
were you kind of overwhelmed?
Yeah, like all the love and all the friends and family, and I'm a rapper, so like my music got out, even though I had kind of looked like a crackhead a little bit.
Nah, it was kind of lit. It was kind of lit. It was kind of like, I ain't gonna lie, even though you was on a little tip or whatever, it was kind of lit. I was like, okay, yeah, I can see where that would work.
Yeah.
Okay. So
right now we in McDonough.
Right. So who's this guy that you're with? Is that like your boyfriend or whatever? Or?
He's a friend. It's on the hush hush down low. I don't tell everybody my business. So.
Well, okay, but I'm the interviewer, so I get all up in people's business. Is that like a romantic partnership?
He's a friend. Dad, if you're watching, turn this off. But he's a friend.
Okay, so I get it. So he's that type of friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of guys are gonna hear that and they're gonna be disappointed. Because I'm sure you had so many guys that was getting at you.
Yeah.
So, what is like your plans? Like, are you still 26?
I'm 27 now.
Okay, so when was your birthday?
April 14th.
Okay, well, happy April 14th.
Mm-hmm.
It's the day before my youngest. All right, so happy belated.
Thanks.
And so, what is your plan? You're a 27-year-old, beautiful young lady, right?
I plan on finishing my career as a rapper and an actress, as well as a model, and I plan on leaving art behind. And in that sense is where, like, I plan on going to California, Montana, traveling the world, going to Italy.
But okay, I get all that. But none of that stuff is like making you a whole lot of money right now, right?
Oh, right now, I have a modeling gig that is on Saturday, and then I have
how much, like, on average, how much do you get paid for those
$50
gigs?
an hour.
$50 an hour?
Mm-hmm.
And about how many hours are those gigs usually?
Like 2-3 hours.
2-3 hours?
Mm-hmm.
And so I get that, right? But that's like $150, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you can't necessarily travel the world, stacking $150 at a time type deal.
I have residual income,
What's that?
like different sources of income.
No, I know what residual income is, but what do you have, like, insurance policies you sold before, or what?
I'm not gonna give the
Well, okay, I
whole
get it,
thing.
right? We don't want to know all the details,
Yeah.
but just give us an idea. How is it that you have residual income? Like, you don't have to give us details, but just give us the overall play.
I would say I invest my money into one thing, which is my career, acting. I go to a website. It's called Backstage. It's not Backpage, it's Backstage.
I was about to say.
You have actors, models, videographers, photographers. You can go on there, backstage.com, find whoever you need for your production set, as well as Facebook, Instagram for social media. Y'all know my Instagram is Wealth Peace Sammy. My personal page is True to I. And as far as music career, that's on the come up. But that's 3 different incomes right there. And then plus I get paid because that's on the hush hush.
Wait, hold on, say no. Finish what you was gonna say just now.
I'm a SAR out here. I'm SAR Mac.
A Sarmac?
You about to make me start rapping again.
Okay, so hold on, what does that mean? You a Sarmac?
I was in the military.
What?
I was in the armed forces before.
When?
Back in 2016.
When you were still in high school?
I graduated in 2014.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so you were 20 years old. So okay, so you was in the military then.
Mm-hmm.
And so how long were you in the military for?
1 year.
Did anything ever happen to you when you was in the military?
I had a psychotic episode, something like Jimi Hendrix, where I kind of had a mental, like, it felt like an explosion in my brain. Like, everything was like a rage, like, like, I just did not like it. I was there just working all the time, like, kind of depressed, in my feelings, like sad, like laying in bed sleeping.
What made you join the military? Like, I would imagine someone like you would have went off to college after high school.
I said either college or the military, and I wasn't about to pay for college, so.
Okay. All right, so let's get a couple things out the way, right? So someone that came in the comments recently, and they said, man, I know her, I see her all the time. She kind of be having episodes still sometimes and things like that. And they said she has 2 black eyes.
Yeah.
And so when I just walked up on you, I noticed that it looked like something may have happened or whatever. So
yeah,
what happened?
I had got jumped by some women. They could be a little bit aggressive.
Why? Why'd they jump you?
I felt like they jumped me because they had a misunderstanding about a situation that went on in the neighborhood.
Tell me what happened.
I would say it was over like some petty mess. Like, you know how like men, like when they get around, they like to talk their shit, and when women get around, they like to talk their shit. And it was a misunderstanding between the men and the women, and I took the short end of the stick.
How did you end up taking the short end?
I don't even know.
Did you know these women?
No, barely.
Okay, so all right, let me say this, right? So you know, you're a naturally extremely, I would say, extremely beautiful woman, right? Young lady. You're 27 years old. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? You need to stop messing around before your youth and your beauty start to run out.
It's not that I mess around. It's just that in the past I've chosen the wrong person who dressed up to be the sheep when it's actually a wolf.
Okay.
So
like for instance, like I say, I'm sure there are guys out there that have probably watched your first video that they're probably thinking like, man, I would move her to Texas. She would be up in a big house. She would be a trophy wife. If someone offered you that, would that be something that you would be interested in?
I would be interested in somebody who likes me for my confidence, making money.
It ain't your confidence, it's your beauty and your booty.
My beauty as well as the sex. Nah, but my beauty.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Dad, turn this off.
Okay.
But for real, I'm like, I cook, I clean, I do all that natural stuff, but what I like is that I make my own. I'm independent. My dad and my grandma, they taught me to be an independent woman. I don't rely on any man. That's why I've gotten into all these situations, because men had gotten angry because I either didn't want to sleep with them or I didn't want to do something that they wanted to do.
Okay, but let me ask you, what would have happened that night if I wouldn't have pulled up?
I probably would have went to the hotel and smoked with dude.
And what do you think would have happened?
I have no idea.
What if he would have tried to take advantage of you? What if he would have forced him though? Because you're not stronger than just any, average woman is not stronger than average man. So
just kick him in the face or like.
But what if none of that would have worked? What if he would have had people in there? What if he would have had people in there waiting?
Call 911.
No, listen to what I'm telling you, young lady.
Okay.
What if he would have had another guy or two in there waiting, and they would have just held you down and taken advantage of you? How do you think that would have felt?
It would have felt like my soul was being taken out of my body.
Okay, so do you know how random it was that I just pulled up just then? It was so random. Like, I literally, my gas light had just came on, and I was like, you know what? Let me pull into this gas station.
It was like a divine timing.
Okay, well, you don't get divine timings all the time.
Yeah.
And so, like I say, man, in this society highly values beauty, right? So that's why I think whenever someone that is pretty is on my channels, on my thumbnail, people click on it because they're interested to know, how did this person end up in this situation? Because they have what most people consider the advantage, because they have physical beauty. And so being someone that has
beauty,
that, listen, I hear all what you're saying, man. I hear all that. But at the end of the day, you have what a lot of people, hey man, real quick, come in, could you give us an opinion real quick? All right, so that didn't work out the way I expected. But okay, bottom line is this. So I guess the point that I'm trying to make is, you really do need to kind of buckle in and kind of create a serious plan. Like, you can still do your creative stuff. You can still rap, you can still act, but you kind of maybe need to have something that's a little more.
I have a movie coming out. It's called The Drone That Saved Christmas. You can catch me on Amazon Prime. It's called Snitch.
Okay, wait, hold on. It's called, what's the first one called?
The first one is called The Drone That Saved Christmas.
The Drone That Saved Christmas?
Yes, it's gonna be out on Netflix. It was released 2021.
Okay.
It's got Rodney Perry, Angela Yee, Nunez, the one from Juwanna Man.
Listen, man.
Big time people.
Listen. I'm rooting for you, okay? Mm-hmm. And I've been following you ever since someone in the comments said your Facebook name, and I went and followed you. So I've been following you, and I kind of see the patterns. I see that you have your times where you're a little in that space that you was in the video, and then you may have times where you're a little more in a more functional, normal type of space.
Yes.
And so I guess what I'm trying to impress upon you is, maybe we want to kind of buckle down with some things that are a little more solid. I get it, the creative stuff, movies, acting, music, which I think that you could be great at all those things, by the way.
When you live this type of lifestyle, everything isn't always solid. Like what's her name? Angelina Jolie, she once said that you could wake up tomorrow and be a whole different person and start all over again. And you never know You never know what the next day is gonna bring.
Well, that's just not true. You
That
know,
is true.
You know, to an
Anything-
extent.
a plane could crash here right now.
But how likely is that? So
It's
here's
not,
the
a
thing.
car can
It's
come
not.
here.
It's not about what's possible.
Anything can happen, and I'm the type of person,
young
I
lady,
believe in the
listen to
10th
me.
power of everything.
Listen to me, young lady. Yes, those things are possible, but we don't make plans off of what's possible. We make plans off of what's probable.
We manifest.
No, we do that, but we
By
also put the
planning.
work in.
Starting off small, starting
what?
off with peace.
Ain't nobody ever told you
starting off
nothing.
with
So
an idea.
you ain't gonna listen to me. I get it. I ain't gonna try to.
I'm an Aries.
I ain't gonna try to. I know. My little one, but see, my little one, she's my little one, so she listens to me. But anyway, all right, no worries. All right, maybe we can get your dad to talk to you, and maybe he'll get through to you. I don't know. All right, so I'm really happy that you messaged me and that we got to catch up and that we got to see you in a more clear space. A lot of people was concerned.
Even though we outside of McDonald's looking crazy as ever.
Well, hey, listen, man. But listen, we down here in the suburbs, all right? I had to drive 40 minutes to get down here. So no worries, though. No worries. All right, so, I mean, if anybody out there wanted to continue to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Obviously, your Facebook is Summer McIntosh, right?
Facebook, just look me up on Google, Summer McIntosh. Look me up on YouTube, Summer McIntosh. Continue to support me, follow me. I'm gonna make it big. One of the greatest.
And so, what's your Cash App now?
My Cash App, hold up. Give me 1 second. My Cash App is right here.
Let me see. Hold it. Okay, Love Life 5911. All right, we got you. All right, Summer. Well, look, like I say, we really appreciate you, and we definitely wish nothing but the best out here. All right.
Thank you.
Make sure you have a good one,
Thank
sweetie.
you, guys.
All right.